Hi, Vincent Lafra here, and Jonas Almquist. We're partners in a company called Visual Buddha. Jonas is a 20-plus year gaffer, and also you've shot more than 1,000 commercials, pretty close to 2,000. Jonas obviously knows a lot about lighting, and one of the things we want to talk to you about today is the AREA 48. It's a remote phosphor light. It's kind of the next generation of lighting. And there's something really special about this light, Jonas. And just explain to me a little bit what you see as different.
As I said, it's like the next generation of LEDs coming out. And this is much more amount of light than anything in this size I've seen before.
I have to translate for him because no one understands what he says. This is one of the very rare lights. It's actually relatively compact.
It's also a really good soft light, which has been among the hardest thing to do.
If you look at a model's face, you'll see how this light wraps around in a very pleasing, soft-edged, beautiful fill manner.
Being so compact, it feels like a much bigger source.
Yeah.
I think the part of it is the softness, and the part is the spread of it.
A light feels a certain way.
Absolutely.
It's hard to explain.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
This kind of tends to honestly defy a lot of what we expect. I've worked with this light on several jobs, and I'm looking at the quality of the light, whether it's a key light or a fill light, and there's something very special about it you'd expect from a very large diffuse light source.
There. I mean, bring it up then.
Okay, here we go.
I can stand here like this, otherwise if like...
Okay, and take 1 of 100. Look at what the first generation of LED lights looks like. It's actually not that bad, and actually it was pretty revolutionary in that it was so compact, had great power efficiency. If you look at the way the shadow is, you can see that it's not very well defined because there are all these different rows of LED lights. It's somewhat diffused, but not really. So look at what happens when you turn on the AREA 48 LED light. First thing you'll notice, you have a lot more power. You can see how much more diffused that light is, and it looks like one light source. It looks like a much broader light source. Look at the way the light wraps around her face. It's the same size, but the quality of light is significantly different. And it's actually light you can use bare. As you'll see, there are a lot of accessories you can use to diffuse and control the light in a much more discerning way. So here's the light with the egg crate. You can see what makes this AREA 48 very versatile is because it's so powerful, you can actually really control and refine the way the light falls off with a variety of accessories. With the egg crate, you can see that it's a much more angular light that's much more focused. As you remove the egg crate, look at how the light wraps around and also fills the background significantly more. Next, of course, we can go ahead and remove the diffusion in front of the softbox. So now that we've removed the diffusion, we have a very powerful light, especially with a silver lining inside of the softbox. It's a much punchier light. Now look at the way the light wraps around her face. It's changed completely. We also have a very powerful light that's focused. That's really rare for LED lights. So go ahead and dial that down, Jonas, so we have a much more evenly lit subject. The ability to just dial that in very quickly, either by hand or via remote, is another great feature of these lights. Lastly, we're going to go to the bare light with no softbox at all. In this case, we've got one nice light source, but look at how diffused that shadow is and how quickly the shadow falls off the further I am from her face. It's extremely rare for a light that small to have that quality of light. Also with just one light, look at how evenly we are lighting in the background. They use a fancy word called CRI. In layman's terms, it means the color is actually very accurate, and noticeably so. If you put this near any average LED light source, you'll see that they have a very clear shift.
Big difference.
And this is clear daylight. Now, they've got panels in here. You have either a daylight panel, you have a tungsten, or more of a orange light color, and of course you have a chroma green. And it's just as easy as swapping out these different panels within a few seconds. And you can see that the quality of the light and the color temperature of light is pretty dead on. When you hold a light meter to this, you can see that you don't need to actually filtrate this. So another option that we have here that's really nice is that it's a very portable light. So you can slap on a V-Lock battery or an Anton Bauer, all the traditional battery sources out there.
Any camera battery,
Any camera battery. And this, what does that do for you on set?
I mean, always been a dream to have a wireless dimmable without color shifting light, and for me it actually means that I can actually do my work better. I have time to move faster, and I actually have time to move the light. It takes a long time
so no cables, nothing to trip over, roll out. You slap a battery on there, it's highly mobile. So that's the AREA 48 from BBS Lighting. For more information, visit visualbuddha.com.